I always feel like female dating coaches are just scammers. Like, straight up scammers, because you're never gonna get these women the men they want.
Guys, you know why you should never think of dating a woman that's dressing all the time inappropriate, especially the gym girls and all these kind of things. And I'm talking about inappropriate, just a little bit like this, little bit, you understand?
Only a
You
little
know,
bit?
you might think, oh, I'm just having a very beautiful woman girlfriend. Bro, these women are coming with a heavy package, very heavy package. Depression, anxiety, trauma, low self-esteem, all these kind of things. So now, you tell me, if a woman can't behave herself, if she can't, all this kind of behave and dress normally, how can you trust her with raising your kids or running the house or even getting involved to help you as a business partner or to be around you?
What she said draws an uncompromising link between a woman's public presentation and her internal psychological stability. She is arguing that constant, hyper-revealing dressing, especially under the guise of casual gym wear or social media trends, is often not a sign of high confidence, but a flashing red light for deep-seated insecurities.
It's for sure, because if you're confident, you don't need to show off your body. You know you're hot shit.
And a constant need for external validation. When a woman uses her body as a primary currency to secure attention from strangers, she is signaling where her self-worth is anchored. Vetting for a high-value woman means appreciating a woman who doesn't need the public square to validate her worth, but instead finds her security inside of herself.
Of course!
When have we normalized this type of behavior? It's come to my attention that some of you women are asking men to pay for your bills on the first date when you don't even know that man, when you don't even know his favorite color, you don't even know what type of man he is. Why are we normalizing this type of broke girl activity, broke girl behavior?
I'm glad she's calling it. It's definitely broke, dusty, musty, crusty behavior.
We're normalizing modern day prostituting and escorting. A lot of you guys will lead with this type of behavior, this type of attitude, and then you expect a man to come out there and care for you and provide for you. If you are looking for a sponsor, you can go out there and find them. There are a lot of men that will give you all those things in exchange for your body. It has become so normalized in this generation, and that's why people are genuinely having a harder time finding genuine and authentic love. Like, if you genuinely want real love, you want to build a life with somebody, you want somebody to support you and care for you and provide for you, guess what? Then you also need to lead with those types of intentions too. You cannot expect a man to come into your life to want to provide for you, to want to give you this soft girl, feminine life when you yourself are leading with a complete opposite intention and mindset. That simple.
When a woman leads with what she can extract from a man rather than what she can bring to his life, she instantly commodifies herself. She views a relationship purely through the lens of financial gain. Before even knowing your favorite color, she is looking for a client, not a relationship. They like to call it soft girl era, but the term broke girl behavior, as she called it, is much more appropriate.
I do like that. We just call them losers.
I lost a good guy listening to friends' advice of if he wanted to, he would. Keep it private. I regret it so much to this day. I really feel a lot of people would benefit from dropping this idea of just chatting with friends about your love life and instead looking at it like every single
Not even friends. Like, the friends thing is also one thing, but just coming on the internet and talking about every damn detail of your life. Like, just continuously showing us why you're losers is crazy. Because I would hate to show myself as a loser constantly. I'd be embarrassed.
time you're talking to someone about your love life, you're silently agreeing to be advised by that person. Because it's impossible to expect your friends that love you dearly to not be reacting to what you're saying, to not give their thoughts, their opinions, or even if they don't say anything, it's like you're still getting a response from them in the moment that you're talking. And the reality is, if you have someone that's in your head, they are advising you. That's how you want to think about this. And I think a lot of people have this habit of seeking all these different perspectives as a way to alleviate their own discomfort with uncertainty or wanting to decode a situation and all of this stuff, but it ends up just creating things that you really don't want because there's too much interference. I feel like so many people would benefit from asking themselves, who do I trust to advise me on matters of the heart? And choosing wisely from there, because the answer should not be my 15 girlfriends from college. Like, that is obviously not going to be the right answer. It's like,
They're all single.
it is such a vulnerable position to put yourself in, and so I think people really need to be mindful with who you're discussing things with and where their head is at, where their heart is at, what their experience is. And I really feel like it should be taken more seriously.
This confession
Again, this was common knowledge back in the day. Don't share your religion. Don't even just don't talk about your private life to people. People kept their lives separate, like their personal lives separate from like their public life.
exposes one of the most common silent killers of modern relationships, the destructive influence of the female echo chamber. By outsourcing her relationship decisions to her friend group, she allowed third-party interference to sabotage a good connection over a simplistic, black and white internet slogan, "If he wanted to, he would." It shows how easily a woman's romantic judgment can be hijacked when she treats her personal life as a group project. When a woman constantly runs her relationship through a committee of friends, especially those who are single, bitter, or hypercritical, she is inviting outside agendas into your private life.
The other side of it, just because you share it doesn't mean they fully understand every internal aspect of that particular scenario in your life and how they interact with you and stuff like that, right? Like, you might be just upset at the moment just to say something, but really it was nothing, but they're gonna take it as, oh, he's a fucking creep.
It's so useless.
I know people are going to get offended about this, but I really don't care, because everybody wants to be offended and everyone's a victim and, oh my God, my feelings are hurt. But women are horrible. And I'm not saying all women, but women, obviously there's hormones involved and they're not stable. Again, I'm not saying all, but women are like truly insufferable and emotional and irrational. I cannot imagine being so unaware of myself. Like, you're a pain in the ass. People don't want to be around you.
No.
And like, women always like question why men cheat, because they can't fucking stand you. But they probably don't want to get a divorce because they're going to lose all their money. It's pretty crazy.
I mean, you're not wrong, right? Like, the self-awareness, women just never question themselves for any fault nowadays, right? No self-reflection, no internalizing. They talk about how like a good amount of the population don't have internal monologues with themselves or whatever. There's no brain in there, or not say no brain, but there's no like them like talking to themselves in their heads. Is it all women or what? like it's crazy.
Yeah. Men are better. They just are.
Appreciate it.
Rather than playing the usual game of social PR, she is offering a raw critique of her own demographics' behaviour and the damage that unchecked emotional volatility can do to a household. Self-awareness is important for anybody who wants to improve themselves, but without self-awareness, the same repetitive toxic behaviours destroy relationships. Walking away from these situations is the greatest thing you can do for yourself.
We say it all the time.
So I had these two ladies sit at my bar, and I'm talking to them, and out of nowhere, they were like, "Can we ask you a question?" And I said, "Sure, what's the question, ladies?" And they were like, "Do you think you're pretty?" But when they said it, they were like, "Do you think you're pretty?"
What the actual fuck? They came up to you randomly and asked if you thought you were what the What the actual, like the condescension.
And I was like, I don't know. Sometimes I have like some days I'm like insecure, self-conscious. They're like, you definitely think you're pretty. And I was like,
I knew
today
it.
I feel good about myself. I don't know, like and then like I kind of like walked away because I had to go make drinks, and like I can hear them talking, and so I go back up to them, and like because they were done eating, and they were like, since you're pretty, do you think people tip you because of that? I took a pause, and I was like, I think people mostly tip me based on my service, not really based on my looks.
True.
And they're like, okay. So I grabbed their plates out their way, and I came back to them. I was like, can I get you guys anything else? They're like, no, just a check.
At least personally, I've never tipped differently because of the sex of my server.
I gave them the check, and they said to me, they're like, we didn't tip you because we know you make good money here because you're pretty, and people must tip you all the time because you're pretty.
Broke, dusty, musty, crusty.
I was like, it's, tipping is your discretion. Dude, that was so weird.
Losers.
To like, I don't know, like I was
like to justify why they don't tip because they're brokies.
Like, I was like, it's, you don't have to. It's whatever.
I do agree, you don't have to, but like to even tell them why you're not doing it, it's just ridiculous. You just do or not.
And then like they just left. That's weird. I don't know. That whole interaction was just weird. I was just being nice, like,
Jealous ass.
I don't know. It was just weird.
Bags, man.
She's exposing a first-hand account of how other women will actively try to humble, devalue, and financially penalise a woman they perceive as attractive out of pure, unadulterated envy. Rather than tipping for the service they received, these customers weaponised a bizarre, passive-aggressive psychological interrogation to justify their own resentment.
They're lost. Real men.
That was crazy, which I believe it though. Like women are just never in overtly with each other, like attack aggressively, but the way they chit chat and like behind the scenes like this, like God dang, men experience this, and we're like, they do it to each other way worse than they do it to us. We're dumbasses. Maybe we're not deserving.